Yeah, man, it's your boy J-Rock, and right now you checking out How New Hip Hop with my boy Baker.
What's good, everybody? It's your boy Baker with HotNewHipHop.com. The person I'm with, he is a rapper from the West Coast, and he is a part of Top Dog Entertainment. What's going on, J-Rock?
Appreciate it, homie. What's the word?
Man, not much. Welcome to DC.
Man, yeah, I love it.
How many times you been to DC before?
I think this is like my third or fourth time out here, if I'm not mistaken. Yep.
All right, you had Mambo sauce yet?
Ooh.
You had Mambo sauce?
What's that?
Mambo sauce is pretty much like a mix of hot sauce and ketchup, and you put it on like your fried chicken and your french fries.
Oh, man, that's crazy, because I put hot sauce and ketchup on everything, so I got to try that shit before I leave.
Yo, bro, best. But you can't get it from everywhere, though.
Oh, I can't.
Nah.
Shit, just lead me in the right direction, bro.
All right, look, recently Kendrick just pranked you, right?
Yeah.
Man, what was going through your head? Because at first you thought it was this female. You was like, yo, hit me on Tinder.
No, I ain't never said hit me on
You
Tinder.
ain't never said that?
Nah, I ain't never say that. I don't even, what the fuck is
I'm about
Tinder?
to say, well, Tinder's like this little dating app for real. I mean, I don't got Tinder just to
what
let everybody know.
happened? What happened was I was on the radio, man. I was on Power 106, and you know what I mean. The first time I kind of like caught the voice, but then the second time, he good at pranking dudes and stuff. You know what I mean, especially on the, like, I don't know, it's like some type of voice thing he got or whatever. But it was funny as fuck though. Shout out to my little bro Kendrick, man. But yeah. That shit was crazy.
That's cool that y'all still got that organic vibe, you know what I'm saying? Even though y'all signed to the same label and everything.
Oh, yeah, we family, man. It's just, you know what I mean? So it's all love, fun and games when we with the homies and shit, you know what I mean?
Right, yeah, because you've been in town with TDE for like 10 years, right?
Yeah, oh, shit, 10 plus.
Oh, yeah. So you an OG with it.
Of course.
All right, so let's talk about this album real quick that everybody was waiting on when it finally came out, the hype around it. 90059
Beat is zip. You know what I mean?
Man, what was it like working with Busta? Because he was like one of the main features on there besides, everybody else a part of TDE.
Oh, man, I always I worked with Busta back in the days, you know what I mean, with Busta Rhymes back in the days, man. Shout out to the OG Busta Rhymes. You know what I mean? Like, he had jumped on one of my mixtapes years ago, man. Shout out to DJ K-Slay, you know what I mean? And, I was just always doing the freestyles on K-Slay's show. And K-Slay told him, like, man, this boy can spit, man.
Right.
Woo, you know what I mean? And he reached out, you know what I mean? He was in L.A., we linked up, you know what I mean? I had this record, he jumped on it, you know what I mean? And we just been cool ever since. Every time he see me, he salute me. You know what I mean? And it's always been love. You know what I mean?
Right. I mean, of course, like I said, like that whole organic vibe is most definitely cool. Of course, like you raised in the West Coast, Watts to be exact. What was like an average day growing up in Watts with J-Rock?
I mean, shit, the average day, shit, wake up, you know what I mean, and just hope you see tomorrow. You feel me? Real talk. I mean, it was just, like I say, tell everybody, it's like from DC to wherever else you go, you know what I mean? You hope for the best every day, you know what I mean? And, you be blessed, you know what I mean? To get to see another day, because like I said, a lot of my homeboys is either in jail or they gone, you know what I mean? And, we just all, at the same time, we just trying to survive, you feel me?
Nah, I most definitely feel that. And one of my favorite joints on there is Gumbo.
Yeah.
What inspired Gumbo? Like, you had Gumbo before, of course.
Of course, yeah. All my family on my daddy's side is from Louisiana. You know what I mean? Shout out to my granny, you know what I mean? Rest in peace, Mimi. She was the world's greatest gumbo cooker ever, you know what I mean?
She had that seafood gumbo?
Nah, she was just, it's straight seafood, big pots. You know what I mean? Big pots, you feel me? So, but yeah, I mean, what inspired me to make that record was, that's why I was just looking on the aspect of music too. You know what I mean? Like, far as like, food always bring a lot of people together, different cultures.
Yeah, most definitely.
I mean, different colors of people. So that's what I wanted to do with the music. So I was like, man, I'm gonna call it Gumbo because, like, that's when you making music. That's all you doing is cooking some good food.
Right.
And if you drop it off somewhere, you know what I mean. One person gonna eat it, then they gonna want to share it with the world. You know what I mean?
That's
if
a
it's
fact.
good.
Yeah.
Straight up.
And speaking with people, of course, another record on there is Vice City.
Yeah.
And when can we expect a Black Hippie album, bro? Like, come on, man. You already know that track was fire right there.
Oh, man. Ain't no Black Hippie album coming, man.
Oh,
you know
dang.
I mean?
That's a sad face for everybody there, man.
I'm tired y'all keep asking me about Black Hippie, man. You know what I mean? But I'm no, for real though. I mean, everybody is just working right now. You know what I mean? And like I say, it's up to the fans. You know what I mean? It's up to y'all. Y'all make the decisions. You feel me?
No doubt.
And so whenever when the time right, you might get a Black Hippie album. But next up, I think Q in the lab cooking right now. He got some crazy stuff. I just heard some stuff on the bus. The homie let me hear. So
it was fire.
Yeah. So y'all be on the lookout for Q. You know what I mean? My boy Zay Wop got some shit too, man. So. Y'all be on the lookout, bro.
What's next for J-Rock after? Of course, you going right now, like as far as like the tour with Kendrick, but what's next after that?
Oh man, shit, I'm back in the lab, man. Soon I get home, I'm working on this next project. But basically, I'm just out here with little bro, back just touching the fans. You know what I mean? Just getting back out here. You feel me? And but basically, when I get back home, it's just back to work, man. It's all work for me.
Right.
You know what I mean? I just dropped this one because everybody been waiting in.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So, but I think it ain't enough. I got to keep going. You feel me? I want to do something special by next year for the people. You feel me?
Right. And Money Trees Deuce, like, what made you want to recreate that and then not have Kendrick feature on this one? Of course, you featured on the original Money Trees.
I mean, actually, the fans, you feel me? Because, like, that's, like, for a long time, everybody was like, man, you killed Money Trees, man. That was like one of your best verses of the year. Man, that's hard. So, I just took it upon myself. I was just sitting with little bro. I was like, man, how you feel about me making a part 2? He was like, shit, do that shit.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I just got in the studio and shit and made the record.
It's fire from there.
Straight up.
So let everybody know where they can catch you at on all your social media and everything.
Oh, man, shit, it's real simple, man. On Twitter, Instagram, you feel me? At JRock, JAYROCK. You feel me? Hit, you know what I mean? I ain't hard to find, baby. It's real simple. J-Rock, baby. You know what I mean? Straight up.
And that is a wrap. You checking out hotnewhiphop.com with myself, Baker, the homie J-Rock. And if you don't have his album, 90059 be the zip. Make sure you get that.
Make sure you get that shit. You won't be disappointed. Straight up.
Of course. And that's a wrap.
That's a wrap, baby.